Nah, just come on. Just go on.
All right.
If you want to do the opening. But yeah.
All right. Well, if you missed the opening, go and look at the other live that we did.
Yeah.
Let's.
Are we live now?
We are live now. We are back.
Okay. All right. Go
We are
back to the other
back.
live.
Hit us in the comments to see if the comments are actually working. This is Pop Culture Kids with Kathy and Kenny coming to you from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey, as we talk about all the single moms, And if you are able to join us to see us, if you could let us know in the comments. It's on a delay. We are on a delay. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture, fun fix to fix. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. All right. Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are Pop Culture Kids. We are succumbing to all the technical difficulties. Hopefully you can find the feed. And if you do find the feed, if you could let us know in the comments whether the comments are actually on. We were live a few minutes ago. We did a little bit of pop culture news and the comments were turned off. So we flicked them back on. So hopefully we are in the right place and the right space. And unfortunately, I think hopefully we're broadcasting live. I'm kind of checking the TV and back of me. I don't know if you can see that, but I have it up on the TV just so I can catch it all in case we do something and we miss something. So
yeah, there you go. So we already talked about the news of Ted Turner passing away and the documentary that you saw on Ted Turner. And now we're getting into our single mom show because it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And we are getting into our single moms TV and movies of single mothers that star single mothers. We're going to start with movies.
I added one.
I got a lot of... Which, I didn't see the one you added.
I didn't write it out, but I just added it to my graphics.
Okay.
So, because it's the one, like you said, you had a Facebook post talking about single moms. And again, once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And you asked for people to name different movies, and we got a lot of different movies that people named. But Made in Manhattan, I thought, because somebody mentioned, like, I don't know whether it was Mother-in-Law or there was some Jennifer Lopez movie that they mentioned, but I thought of Made in Manhattan because she's a single mom.
I think that was one of the ones mentioned.
With her son Ty, and he was like this Richard Nixon like buff and like history buff, and I don't know, I just like Tyler Posey something, I think is his name, but anyway, I always think of Made in Manhattan if you want to talk single mom movies, so I did add that one.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Made in Manhattan? Oh, it's so cute.
No.
It's the cutest movie.
No. You know what? I'm a sidebar. I'm gonna be very picky about what movies I see because I was on TikTok and I saw advertising for this movie. It looked kind of cool, and I watched it today. And it was called All the Bright Places.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be a fun little love story to watch. Man, that thing almost made... I don't like to cry, but it almost made me cry.
It was called All the Bright Places?
I got bamboozled. All the Bright Places. Don't watch it.
What were you expecting?
It's sad.
Oh.
I was expecting a love story.
Oh, okay.
Don't watch All the Bright... Look, it's a good movie, but it's sad. And look, listen. Listen, it's a good thing I went and go play with the grandkids this afternoon to cheer me up because damn.
So you were sitting back there crying.
I
Tell
wasn't
the
crying. Daddy don't cry. Daddy don't cry. Daddy don't
okay.
cry.
All right, Daddy.
So the first movie we got on is one of my favorite movies that nobody thought of, but the whole premise of this is that she's a single mom and he's a single dad, basically. But One Fine Day,
Ah, one
and not
fine
just because I'm
day.
a big Michelle Pfeiffer fan, but One Fine Day to me is like a great movie. It shows a single mom and she's talking about having to juggle all these balls because there's nobody else to get them for her. And she's a single mom, and the dad is a musician, so he's a sometime dad. And sidebar, women, not all musicians are sometime dads. But this guy was, and that was going on. But One Fine Day, George Clooney, Michelle Pfeiffer, great movie. I highly suggest it. Next one, they did a part two, and I never watched part two because I thought part one was kind of strange, but it's very popular, and my girls loved it. Mamma Mia.
Ah, Mamma Mia.
I thought a lot of like it's ABBA, so it's good songs, but I thought a lot of the performances in Mamma Mia were the singing performances.
It
A
was
lot of
like
them were awkward.
3 Men and a Baby with music. Only the baby
It,
was
yeah,
like,
and a lot of the music like performances were awkward to me.
oh, okay.
Just
But
awkward. It just felt.
you know what was cool? Well, I guess one thing I thought was cool about it, the way, well, it started off as a Broadway show, but the way they worked in all the ABBA songs, I thought, I always thought it would be great to, and not to take us back to last week, but I'm going to take us back to last week because I've spent the last like 2 weeks, or I'm sorry, since last week, I have been working on the mini pod, and I'll talk a little more about that later. But I always thought it'd be cool to have like a musical based around the music of Tina Marie, or a movie almost like what was that? There was a Beatles movie where it used like the songs and
Oh,
music of the
one of
Beatles
my favorite movies. Um, I was just listening to the song for the soundtrack a while ago. Across the Universe.
across the universe. Yeah,
Across
where
the Universe.
although hopefully it would be better than, I think they tried to do that with Last Christmas with that George Michael, but I don't know, something about that movie just fell flat to me.
Yeah, I don't.
But Mamma Mia,
What was last Christmas?
have you actually watched Mamma Mia?
I watched it. As I said, the performances were awkward.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't think they were awkward. I actually
I
enjoyed
thought
it.
I thought the singing performances were awkward, like very like you probably would have had a better show if you got an act in that movie. You got actors that could sing
Mhm.
to do that. You
Okay.
probably would have done better if you'd have got singers that can act.
Oh, okay. I
You
beg
got
to
actors who have
disagree
decent
because
voices to
Meryl
sing.
Streep can do it
You
all.
would,
So
yeah.
just leave Meryl Streep alone.
Meryl
Girlfriend is
Streep
goat.
can't do a musical. I
She's
no,
goat.
Meryl Streep cannot do a musical. I'm
Although I
sorry.
do want to
I'm
go see
sorry.
Devil Wears Prada too. I was watching
I've
Devil
never seen
Wears
Devil Wears
Prada
Prada
1.
one.
You've never seen Devil Wears Prada? Oh, it's so
No,
good.
no, it
That's
doesn't look
all.
like it's good.
That's oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. What's next
Next
on
on
your
our
list?
list, Terminator 2.
Sarah
There is
Connor.
no
Now,
mom,
why more two than one?
cause two, she wasn't really a mom in two. She got
That's true.
all she
She
did
got
in one. I mean, in one,
in
she
one.
wasn't really a mom in one. All she did in one was fall in love with some strange guy and get laid. And two,
You have such a eloquent way of putting things.
just saying. And two,
Hmm.
she was actually the mom. She was in the house, and the boy was in foster care, and she had trained him all his life to do this stuff because it was. And the coolest part of the whole movie was when they broke her out of the crazy house, and the Terminator's following them, and she got this boy trained that the Terminator's driving, she's shooting, and she gives the gun back to the son and goes, I'm empty. And he loads up this little boy knows how this kid he knows how to load the gun up, and then the Terminator gives the gun. I'm empty. He loads his rifle up. She trained that boy for when everything happens. And
Right.
this kid is all trained. That is, and she did whatever she had to do. The train is she got friends who the main job was to be around her son so his son could be tough and rough and know how to do things. Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor. Now, the next mom is kind of like Sarah Connor because she would do anything for her son, and that's Mrs. Gump, played by Sally Field.
Uh, 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 uh.
Yeah,
I just, which
you
I
talk
was
about taking one for the team,
just so her son could get into
Mrs. Took one for the team.
a proper school and get an
Yes,
education. Yeah, she took one for the
Mrs. Gump
team. But you know what's funny
for her
and
son.
interesting about that movie too is that Sally Fields plays Tom Hanks's mom, and again, I don't think their age difference even spans that far. But
No, I
also,
think she's like 10 years older.
but also, I think maybe 5 or 10 years earlier, 5 to 10 years earlier, they played actual love interests in a movie that was based on what was it? I think they were comedians. I can't think of the name of the movie now.
Yeah, I know the movie you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. And they played love interest, and now they're playing the mom. But there's one other movie too that you don't have uh, on the list. Is it? I think it's called Places in the Heart. Not Places in the Heart. That was Sally Field, but it was called. I got to IMDb it. It was the movie with Natalie Portman, and Sally Fields actually played her mom. And you probably haven't seen this movie because it is very much a chick flick. And Sally Fields plays her mom. She winds up getting pregnant by this country guy who thinks he's a singer or whatever, and he leaves her and dumps her, and she's like in the middle of nowhere. And I keep thinking, oh, there's two movies actually, two movies that featured Natalie Portman playing like a single mom, but this one had Sally Field actually did like a brief kind of cameo role. She only did like one scene, but she comes in and her boyfriend like dumps her at a Walmart, and she has like what's called the Walmart baby. Stockard Channing is in it and is just amazing. I love this movie, Where the Heart Is. And then there's another movie, the movie she made right before this, where Susan Sarandon plays a single mom, plays her mom, called Anywhere But Here, where she's trying to get away from her mom. And yeah, that's actually two back-to-back ones from the Natalie Portman oeuvre.
Never seen any of those.
Okay. And you probably wouldn't because they're
I
chick
have seen
flicks,
first.
but I know the memorable thing is that for Where the Heart Is, Sally Fields plays her real mom, and when she has like the Walmart baby, she's on the news and on TV, Sally Field kind of swoops in and she's doing her mom thing, and she's in the hospital, and she's smoking cigarettes and blah 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 and telling all this things about, oh, I'm gonna get a place, and so you can get set up. And because she had this baby in Walmart, because she was living up to Walmart, she wound up getting all these gifts and all this money. She gave the money to her mom, and of course, mom takes off, and now she's broke and has nothing, and this baby. And Stockard Channing takes her in, plays her mom. Excellent movie, Where the Heart Is. Definitely one to check out.
That's two really good actors. You got Stockard Channing, you got Sally Fields. You got star power right there.
Oh yeah.
Our
Yeah.
next movie, or these next two movies are kind of going. Well, the next one is Blended,
Blended.
and it's about a blended family, and she's a
And
single
I
mom with
can't
two
even think
kids.
of this movie. That all I see in my head is Terry Crews without a shirt on, making his making his pecs flex up and down when they're singing Blended. And That's all I think about when
Well,
when you talk about
that's
this
a
movie.
Terry, that's a Terry Crews move. You know, you put Terry Crews in a movie and you say, "Hey Terry, this is a scene. This is the gratuitous scene where you take your shirt off and flex your muscles." Because what movie have you seen that Terry Crews doesn't jiggle his pecs up? I mean, come on,
But
act a little bit, Terry. Just act a little bit.
well, if you
Is
can't,
that
you
so
got to
hard?
rely on your gimmick. You got to have a gimmick if you want to get ahead. Did you not see
That's kind of like the
Gypsy?
because
You got to have a gimmick.
well, I think The Rock thinks he's a good actor now because he doesn't lift his eyebrow up as much because that's his gimmick.
He's got range now.
He's doing a lot of different things. He's got range. Um, but Blended is about um, these two people, the single father because the wife passed away, the single mother because the husband jerk, and they happen to take this trip from one of their bosses, from his boss, and they happen to take this trip, and it's a blended family trip that he meant to go on with his that the boss meant to go on with his girlfriend, and she was like, anyway, it's a very good movie about two people who hate each other and their families get together and then they start to fall in love with each other. He helps her with her sons and she him with his girls and they're in Africa. What better premise for a movie was to stick a bunch of white folks in Africa? But it was sometimes I don't even know
Hey,
what to say. But
sometimes you don't.
it was a good movie. And the next movie is another Adam Sandler movie, which is Just Go With It. And this time he's paired with Jennifer Aniston. And Jennifer Aniston has these two kids. He's a single guy who is a doctor who had his heart broken long ago. And
Plastic
he needs,
surgeon.
and Jennifer Aniston, plastic surgeon, his is Jennifer Aniston is his assistant. He's his assistant to imitate his wife for this girl and yada yada yada. And they wind up going to Hawaii for this vacation. And Just Go With It is along with the acting that they have to do. And the young girl says, just go with it. Just go with it. Whatever, you just gotta go with it. And that's the whole premise of the movie. And I think she's a single mom. And that's why this movie's on the list because I like this movie and it's on the list.
I
So
you
there are
know,
some other movies that could have been on this list, but that they didn't make it
I know. I really like Just Go With It because to me it's
because we
just
only
so
have an hour.
quotable. I know we only have an hour. It's so quotable, and that's part of the fun of Just Go With It. I was never a big Adam Sandler fan because I get tired of him playing the same role in every single movie. But a couple of movies
Yeah.
just hit different, and Big Daddy was always a favorite of mine, as well as Just Go With It. And here is the one thing, and I will say, even going back to The Wedding Singer, but I'll expand more on my idea. The one thing I do love about Adam Sandler is his love and appreciation for, I think, 80s music. And his movies are always going to have the best soundtracks. And Just Go
Yeah.
With It. I would
Oh
say
yeah, that's a great.
I would say listen to it for some of the music mashups. There's this one scene, I think, when it's kind of a pivotal scene for their coming together as a couple in a relationship after they do the big luau night where they do the coconut kiss thing. And there is a mix up of a song called Chasing Cars, which is a fairly, I guess, 2000 song at the time the movie was out, that's mixed in with Every Breath You Take with the police. It's just phenomenal. I would say even if you don't like Adam Sandler as a comedian, as an actor, as a talent, do have appreciation for the musical visions in his movies because I think he does have a lot of fun with the soundtrack. And I have a feeling, especially with the stuff he gets to do on Netflix, that he gets to play a part in that. But there are some really fun things in the soundtrack, and that Just Go With You soundtrack is really key. Before we go on with the rest of the list, it looks like comments are working. So even if we got one commenter, I'll take it. I'll take it. Um, that likes just go with it. So you are not alone. So we hit right on that one. We just go with it, and has an appreciation for Made in Manhattan. That was my contribution to the list. I know we just have an hour, and I'm going to go over the hour by adding to the list, but Kitty lets me add. Um, and this is just my opinion, though, not a Lo fan, and I'm not the world's biggest Lo fan. Although I got to tell you too, I did enjoy her in Enough. Did you see Enough?
I didn't see enough. I didn't see enough.
Okay, and
I did when we talked about Jane Fonda earlier. I did like her in Mother Monster in Law,
Monster in Law. Now, see, I didn't. I think I saw Monster in Law, but I wasn't as big a fan of Monster in Law.
and that's a single mom movie. Monster in Law, really, because Jane
Okay, it could
Fonda
be on
was a
the
single
list.
mom. Yeah, yeah. But Monster in Law, I mean, come on, you had Jane Fonda, you had J Lo, and you had Wanda Sykes. Come on,
Hmm.
like how was that not going to be funny?
Oh
How was
yeah.
it not going to be funny? But the last movie on the list is a classic, Claudine.
Ah, Claudine, definitely.
You can't talk about single mom movies without talking about Claudine.
That was one of that's OG. That was like,
That's OG. Claudine, Diana Cal, James Earl Jones, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Claudine, man, come on, let's go.
um the response time for my Stream Deck is incredibly slow. I don't know. But Claudine, and I remember, I'm trying to think because I can't remember. That seems like a movie I might have seen at a drive-in. Do you remember where we saw that?
I don't know if I saw that. I think we might have seen that in a theater. I don't know if that's a drive-in. That might be a theater.
Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking we saw it in the drive-in, but maybe a theater.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm thinking I'm thinking it was not a drive-in, but I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of times. I could be wrong.
Okay.
So let's get to the TV list.
The TV list. Okay.
So first on TV list, I'm going to hit you with the one I thought had to be on there, Stranger Things. Winona character, and specifically for the first season too. Winona's character's mother role, and she plays the mother throughout the whole series, and protective mother role that she has in this whole series actually is like everybody else gave up on her son. Like this kid is gone. You're never going to see your son again. And she knew that besides his friends, she knew something was strange and that boy was still around. And she just started hanging Christmas lights around the house
Mm.
because that was the way. And if you have anybody missing, hang Christmas lights. But that was the way she was communicating with him. And what? Stop! Don't do that. That was the
What?
way she communicated with him because she knew he was there. In her gut, as a mother, she knew her son was out there somewhere. Come on, that's single mom energy right there.
Single mom energy. All right. Hey, I hear you.
Single
Single
mom
mom
energy.
energy.
Next, we have the TV show Moms.
I think it's just
Now,
called Mom. I don't think it's
It's
plural.
called Mom. It's
Even
mom.
though it does
Yeah, it's
focus
mom.
on two moms,
Two moms. Two
yeah.
moms. Yeah, but it's mom. Anna
Now, have you ever
Faris,
watched Mom?
who I love. I've watched one or two episodes of it, and I've seen clips of it. Anna Faris, I love Anna Faris. I think she's great. I love the movies I've seen her in. Um, you know, she's a really great actress, and she pulls this off. And think about it: the two moms, and mom, uh, the mother and daughter, and they both have addiction problems.
Mm.
So they're both recovering addicts, and their friends are addicts, and it sets up for some very funny one-liners, of course, and very fun jokes. But
Yeah, I
these are
think
single moms who come together.
at one point, I think Moms was featured on like Nick at Night, and sometimes like in the morning when I wake up, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 before I get out the bed, and I would start watching like Nick at Night because I didn't want to get out of the bed. But Mom was one of the shows that was part of Nick at Night, so I started
Why I don't
watching
have a
it.
TV in my bedroom.
I started watching it then, and just kind of got into it. And I think, yeah, Anna Faris is a very funny actress. I was not a big fan of some of her movies, but Allison Janney, who plays her mom, is
Yes.
hysterical. Now, that's to me,
Yes, she
that's when
is.
you're a good actress, when you could pull off the drama, and she did that in like West Wing and all, and she could do like the big high stakes drama, but also she could nail comedy like nobody's business. And if you watch Mom, you'll see just that. Now I don't know what happened to Anna Faris. Wasn't she married to the guy who played Ted in Ted Lasso?
I do not know,
Okay.
but I'm planning on being a celebrity soon, so I hope she doesn't stay married long. Because when I become a celebrity, I'm going to be knocking on her door. Just saying.
Okay. All right. So, while you're doing that door knocking, and before we continue on with the list, if you don't mind, I'm going to just take a moment of privilege, if that's okay with you. Can I tell the folks where to watch us,
Go
where to
ahead.
support us?
Go right ahead.
All right, that's what we'll do. Want to thank you for actually finding the stream. I know our first stream we had to cut off, start again, but we appreciate you being here. And thankfully, now the comments are working. We are Kathy and Kenny. We explain pop culture, Pop Culture Kids. You can reach us at our website, www.kathyandkenny.com, as well as here on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, we'd appreciate that thumbs up, giving the stream a like, and we just appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for again coming along and playing in our little playground. We appreciate you. Thank you. All right, I've done the plugs. So, and I see a like that went up. So awesome, awesome. I would love to be able to get back to our main screen, but it seems like
But it's not happening.
it's not happening. I think there's something a little glitchy on my stream deck, so I might not have everything marked correctly because it is taking a long
Here you go.
pause. Yeah,
There you go. That's all right. That's all right.
stream
Next
deck
we
is not
have,
my friend tonight.
well, it might be because it's sunny out there and it's raining here.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't
so
know.
it's
I
the
don't know. I'm
interwebs that are
trying.
working against us. That's all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, hi. So next we have High Potential. This is about a TV show about a single mom. And I've seen one episode of this, and I just like this actress. And,
Who is this actress? I don't think I've ever seen this.
I can't remember her name, but I've seen her on a few things. I just like there's something about her flow and things. But she is the actress is Caitlin Olsen, and
Okay.
excuse me, she she worked as a um janitor at a police station, and she has this really high IQ. And apparently, she took this janitor's job because she is so smart, and she needs to do something that kind of dulls her senses.
Okay.
So one night I guess they had a case, and she looked at the board that they had, and she corrected the detective work, and they were going to get on her case with doing that. Like, you're the janitor, and then she showed them their mistakes, and now she works with the police. And it's a show I've been meaning to catch all the episodes of, but one of the premises of this is that she is a single mom,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had
and
never heard
that's
of
so
this. And
yeah,
evidently,
high
I
potential.
it looks like is it on ABC or is it just on Hulu?
I think it's on ABC.
Okay. Because I
It's
think
on
I'm supposed to
ABC.
be boycotting Hulu since they canceled the Buffy reboot. But That's another thing altogether. I'm supposed to be mad at them. Now, again, Only Murders on the Building is on Hulu, so yeah, kind of hard for me to hold tight to that. But man,
Yeah, in the
oh wait,
comments, she's like a female monk.
oh okay, oh I should check this out then. I might actually like it because I love Monk. All
Yeah.
right,
Next, we have a show I've never seen, and I'm hoping you've seen this: The Gilmore Girls.
I have, and I have thoughts. Oh, don't even get me started. Now, and here's the
Uh oh.
thing. Can I, let me
I'm gonna
clear
just sit
my
back.
throat. I need a sound bite for when I get into these moments where I go, let me clear my throat. No, I have thoughts. And here's the thing. I didn't watch Gilmore Girls during its original run. I think I might have been in school doing my master's program or whenever it was on, or maybe it was when I was living in New York. So I was living life and not watching as much TV. And I think back then, especially in the late 90s, um, yeah, I had stuff. The only thing I think I watched in the late 90s was the X Files, which is why I'm such a fanatic about that show. So I missed the Gilmore Girls. It wasn't on my radar. I did go back and watch it in repeats. And then I was surprised that I didn't watch it at the time because the pacing of the writing was just very quick and very witty. And I thought it was really fun. But now, flash back to 2002 when I decided to go into education, and I'm actually dealing with these mothers who I think have been raised on Gilmore Girls. And then I had to say, well, what the huh? Because the Gilmore Girls, I don't know. Yes, she was a single mom, and the dad was in some of the shows and some of the episodes or whatever. But basically, it was her and her daughter. But here's the problem with the premise. Even though I did enjoy the show, like the banter, love the pacing of the jokes and the conversations, I would not want to be the actor that has to memorize that dialogue because eek. But anyway, the one thing that I was really struggling with though is this whole premise of, instead of being parents, being friends. And I think a lot of people watch the Gilmore Girls and figure that's the strategy they're going to adopt. That I'm going to be friends with my child, and again, as an educator in this 21st century world, I'm thinking, hell to the no. You need to be a parent to your child. You need to be a mother to your child, and not this friend, buddy, bestie kind of thing, because
Yeah.
the output just ain't kicking it.
Well,
I'm sorry.
well,
I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead. And
no,
I
no,
know.
no, no, no. I like that soapbox because I was having a conversation with someone actually today um,
And I mean, no
about
shade on the
television. I'm having
Gilmore
a
Girls because I
conversation.
watched it and I
Yeah,
loved
no,
it. Okay. All right. All right.
it's a different generation. It's a different generation.
Mhm. So I'm sorry, you were
It's a
having a
different
conversation
generation.
today. I cut you off.
Well, no, no, no,
I
no,
get
no.
worked up.
I have friends who are like probably like 10 years younger than me, who are in that new generation of
Gen Z.
letting their kids get away with just anything.
Mm.
And I'm just like, smack that kid's ass. I don't understand. But it is what
Well,
it is.
and that's what I really appreciate. Like, I know you guys FaceTime me yesterday a little bit, so I got to see, you know, um, Jess, George, and the kids kind of hanging out with mom and dad. And, I know that both Jesse and George are a part of that Gen Z. Or are they
Yeah, but
millennials? I
they
don't know.
different. They
But they,
different.
yeah,
They
they
different.
hit different because I appreciate, I think the way they
They
parent,
different.
because
One time I saw
it
Milo
seems
get his
very
butt whooped
loving,
so
very
bad.
supportive, very hands on, but yet,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't seem like they're raising monsters. So,
No, no, no. Milo did something one time and just spanked his butt, and I started cleaning up the toys because he was at. Listen, I
well,
want
it was
none of what
funny.
that kid got.
Well, it was funny because I think even yesterday when they left, Mila was cleaning up before they left, and Buffet was still kind of going about Faye things. I love Faye. Faye is all about Faye things, and it's the world according
Oh
to
yeah.
Faye. And y'all better hop on because it's Fei Fei's world. The heck with all y'all. Ooh. I
Yeah,
hope I'm
and it's
still
getting
around
ready.
when she hits
Yes,
her
yes.
teens because that's going to be a wild
Next we
ride.
have. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna sit back and watch George do what he's gonna have to do, and I'm gonna laugh because he's always getting on me, telling me I'm too easy on his younger sisters, and I want to see how he does it. So I can't wait. I'm gonna I'm gonna sit there with my popcorn. Next we have an oldie but goodie, Julia.
Oh, yeah. That was one of like the original old school, like single mom. Because that was back, was that the 70s or the 60s?
I think that was a late. Julia was. I'm going to say the late '60s.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking it was like late 60s.
Yeah, Julia, the TV show. I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, they gave me something that ain't the one I'm looking for. That ain't what I'm looking for.
They might, if you
Oh,
say Julia TV, they might give you
1968.
Julia Child.
Yeah, no. This is 1968, so it was late '60s.
1968.
So
Oh,
Diana
wow.
Carroll, yeah, 1968. Diana Carroll was a single mom. Um, and she was a nurse and she was raising a kid. And it was the first time I believe we got a woman of color as a lead in a TV show.
Mm,
So that's why this definitely goes on the list.
okay. Definitely.
Um,
That's like an iconic
Next,
classic
we
one,
have two more classics coming up. Alice,
which had just the
which is
best
from the
theme
movie Alice
song.
Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Early to
I
bed,
forget the theme song.
early to rise.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sad, sad,
There's a
sad fact about
new girl
Alice.
in town and she's
Okay.
looking good. There's a okay. All right. I won't
I'll wait.
sing. Okay.
Oh yeah. Sad, now this is a show we used to watch. This is a show we used to watch when we were both kids. Um, and sadly, we're looking at right now is all deceased.
Yeah, all of them.
Um,
Even Tommy,
yeah, they're
her
all
son. Yeah.
even the boy, even the little boy, even the
Mm.
son. Yeah, they're all deceased, which is very sad. But this was a very funny show, which Kiss My Grits.
Kiss my grits. That was a
Mel and Alice
classic.
and Flo and I forget what was the other one. Vera, was it? And she was
Vera.
kind of
Yeah.
flighty a little bit. Yeah, she was a little flighty and everything. Alice was a good show, but she was a single mom. And she was a waitress and she was raising her son. And the show didn't focus too much on the fact that she was a single mom, other than the
Mm-mm.
fact that you knew she was a single mom raising a son. This is also on the list, on the Facebook list. A lot of people came up to, they said Alice, the TV show, and the movie, because this is a spinoff of the movie Alice
Alice
Doesn't Live
doesn't live
Here
here anymore.
Anymore.
And you know what was interesting too, because Alice doesn't live here anymore was a very kind of like, I don't know, it was more like a drama,
Yeah,
and when they went to the TV show, they made it a comedy. It almost reminds me of um like it's almost a reverse of like something like Lou Grant, where Lou Grant was really from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, which was a comedy, but the
it was a
spinoff,
comedy and
yeah, or even something
it
like
was a
MASH,
drama.
which MASH the movie was a comedy, and MASH the TV series was a comedy, but yet it had like a drama spinoff in like
It has drama. Yeah,
Trapper
I love
John.
MASH. Yeah,
It's like
yeah, I love MASH.
playing with the formats. I think that is an interesting thing. I wonder why it's not done as much. Although I know that
Yeah,
sometimes they change the format. Like Big Bang was like a sitcom with a studio audience kind of laugh track, but Young Sheldon was more like one of those, it was still a comedy, but it wasn't like a
yeah,
laugh track. It was more like a videotaped or filmed
yeah.
half hour comedy. Whereas, and now I guess it has
Which I'm
another
starting to like
spinoff.
those kind of comedies better.
It has another that's like yeah, the no laugh track, and I think we did a show about that too.
I love those.
But
Yeah,
was it George and Mandy's first
George and Mandy.
marriage? Okay, so that kind of
Yeah,
goes back to more the Big Bang format with a studio audience.
that has the laugh track. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
last but not least on the list, we have the what I think I put this the first on the list. One day at a time.
this is it. This is it. This
This
is
is it.
life with the one you love. Now go and have a ball. I
This
know.
is it.
So while you're here, enjoy the view. Keep on doing what you do.
What
Go
you
ahead, we'll muddle through.
do, but don't do. One day at a time.
One
One
day
day
at a
at a
time.
time. One day at a time. One day at
Nah,
a
nah,
time.
nah, nah. I tell you what, you know what? That's another thing we don't get anymore. We don't get the good theme song, you know? A
No, we
lot of
don't.
times
We don't.
they just start the show with the opening jokes or warm up or whatever, and you start getting credits and who's in the thing or whatever. But you don't get the good theme songs.
You don't get theme songs anymore. No, you
Yeah.
don't get that anymore. But one day at a time,
That's
and
OG.
Romano. Yeah, one day at a time, and Romano, Snyder. What are the two girls' name? Barbara and
Oh,
man.
wait. Yeah, I don't remember their names now.
Yeah, well, then, I mean, we know who they are in real life: Valerie Bertinelli and Mackenzie Phillips.
Right.
And they tried to redo the show, and I couldn't watch the remake.
Yeah, I know there was a remake, and I think it came from like a slightly different perspective. It was supposed to be
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Julie Cooper. They were the Coopers. Barbara Cooper, Valerie Bertinelli was Barbara Cooper, and Mackenzie Phillips
Julie
was
Cooper
Julie
and Barbara
Cooper,
Cooper,
and
and
Anne
Anne Romano
Romano,
was
their
she keep her
mom.
maiden name. Yeah, and Pat Harrington, Bonnie Franklin and Pat Harrington both passed away. Pat Harrington played Snyder, and Snyder was like the Urkel of the show. He'd walk in and you knew something funny was about to
Oh
happen.
yeah. Oh, he was definitely like, and again, old school sitcoms, they always had that, one kind of like scene stealer. Like I think for Alice, it was actually well, I think
Flo.
Flo was like the scene stealer, and even in Mash, old Mash episodes, I don't know. I think Corporal Klinger was like the scene stealer, but I think the
I'm
writing was
still
so
gonna get it.
good on Mash. A lot of people had some good lines, but
I think one day at a time. Yeah, Snyder was a scene stealer. It was a good concept. Everybody back in those days was in love with Valerie Bertinelli, a young Valerie Bertinelli. She was a very beautiful woman. There was a story I saw because I watched the documentary on Caddyshack,
oh, okay.
and one of the actors from Caddyshack was dating Valerie Bertinelli,
Oh, hmm.
the guy who played the nemesis of the main guy, the young caddy kid, the
Okay.
real Italian looking guy. He was dating Valerie Bertinelli when they filmed Caddyshack down in Florida. And you got these Hollywood people from the city and everything, and they're in Florida. And Valerie Bertinelli it was him, Valerie Bertinelli, I think the other a couple other people from Caddyshack, young kids, and they all walked into a bar.
I wonder whether that
And
was Scott Columby.
it probably was.
Okay.
And it was he the guy with the black hair who's like really cool.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it was him. He was dating Valerie Bertinelli. And a couple of them walked into this old bar. He was saying how they walked in with Valerie Bertinelli. And nobody was really starstruck because it was like good old country boys. And it was like, okay, let's get out of here. This is not our type of place because I guess they were just like these clean cut looking kids. And this is like a Florida redneck bar. And he goes, here I am walking in with Valerie Bertinelli of all people. And we're like in this really grungy bar. And, but Valerie Bertinelli is now doing the scene now. And she's doing movies and she's making appearances. Uh, excuse me. After doing One Day at a Time, she is famously known for marrying Eddie Van Halen and then divorcing him. I saw a clip yesterday where she's like, "Yeah, I don't even want a boyfriend. I don't get married. I am done." I feel you, Valerie. I'm with you on that one. Once you're married and it's over, you don't want to do that again. I got a coworker who said she's married 3 times. I'm looking at her like, what the is wrong with you? Like, but
She's trying
she's
to
famous for
perfect it. She's
yeah,
working on it.
no, that's no,
I
no,
mean,
don't do
better
that.
than
Don't do that.
better than me. I have yet to meet my first ex-husband, so there's
Yeah,
always
you don't
that.
want your first ex-husband. You don't want your first ex-husband unless he's rich and you can divorce him after 10 years and take a lot of money. But no, um, but Mackenzie Phillips, as we all know, has serious drug problems. That's what got her put off the show at one point, I believe.
Hmm.
And her parents uh, were formed the famous group, the Mamas and the Papas. And from
Oh,
her
really?
bio, some
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I
yeah,
went to a dark place.
yeah, because it's a very dark story. Her and her dad is a very dark story, so we're not even gonna get into that.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, and Bonnie Franklin passed away not too long ago, and so did Pat Harrington. There were a lot of other people on the show. Nobody really famous, but it was a good show, and it was
I, yeah.
about a single mom with 2 daughters moving to a new town. And the opening credits was them moving into this new town, and you could tell it was the '70s because they all had bell bottoms on.
Oh, yeah. The outfits were definitely 70s. It was a 70s show.
The outfits were definitely '70s outfits.
Yep.
But Mackenzie Phillips, I hate to say it, but she even during that show, she did have that look as like the wild one.
Hmm.
That and her older sister character, she was kind of like the wild one anyway. But even outside that, she kind of had that look like how some people had that look like, look, they up to no good when they get off the set. She had that look. Mackenzie
I think
Phillips had
you're
that
reading a
look.
lot into it. You're reading a lot into
No,
it.
she had that look. She had that look like she up to no good when she get off that set. And Valley Burton is somewhere planting roses. Like, come on, just stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Well, that is our list. We thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on a Sunday night. We're here every Sunday. Once again, happy Mother's Day to the moms in the house. And we thank all of you for catching the stream, for those who caught it the first time, and then for those who stuck around when we had to kind of re upload. Hey, oh, look at that. Ed is in the house. Hey, Ed. How are
What's
you?
happening? Didn't have a single mom. Mama was single. But Ed, we only have an hour, damn it.
Oh wait, did we leave off a good single mom in pop culture? Because Ed will
What's
tell
happening?
us. Oh,
Yeah,
what's
what's happening?
happening? Oh, that's right.
And somebody and I was saying something, and somebody said something to me at work,
You know what? I'm so
and it
slow.
was
I thought that
that's
was
my
what's.
mama.
I thought it was what's happening, meaning what's going on. Like, hey, what's happening?
No, it's what's happening as what the show what's happening. Also, that's my mama.
Oh, that's my mama, Clifton
That's
Davis.
my mama. Yeah, Clifton
Yeah.
Davis. That. What the Ted Lang saying that one
Oh,
when he
see, now I
walked
can
into the
only
barber
think of
shop?
Ted Lang and the Love Boat. Hey, 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 hey. Oh no, that was Dwayne
No.
Wayne.
That's what's happening. That's
That's what's
Dwayne and what's
happening.
happening. Not Dwayne Wayne. Dwayne and what's happening. Dwayne Wayne was a different world.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dwayne hey 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 hey, and Dwayne Wayne was a different world. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Get your Dwayne's right now. But
Oh
what's
Lord,
happening? And
it's
that's
so
my
hard
mama.
being generation. I think I'm Generation Jones. That's the new designation for us folks in
I mean,
1964.
yeah. I
I didn't quite
mean,
hit Gen X status. So Kenny, what are we talking about next week?
next week I had an idea and I forgot what it was because
Because you're
I didn't
old.
really start writing things down. Now I'm not old. I just really need to start writing things
You
down.
need like a
I'm
field
not gonna
notebook,
plan it.
just like a
I
little
do.
notebook that
I
you write things
do.
down
I
in.
start writing things down. Look, I've had a busy weekend.
Oh, I hear
Okay,
you.
I've had a
I
busy weekend. I performed yesterday. Oh, real quick story. I performed yesterday at the Newcastle Library in Newcastle, Delaware. I was featured at the Newcastle Library, and I met this woman who her name escapes me, but she read one
Write
of the
things
best
down.
poems I know. She read one of the best poems I've heard someone read at a reading in a long time. She was 90 years old.
Awesome.
And this piece was so cool. And she read a piece, and the first piece she read, she talked about when she was living in California. The second piece she read, I think she was living in Chicago. And I'm thinking this 90-year-old woman is telling a story through this piece, and like the stories this woman I love that's the one reason I love talking to people who are older than me, who have lived, because they can tell you stories of things, you don't, I used to sneak across the highway to visit my great grandfather when I was a kid, because he would sit and tell me stories, like
They
old
hear the
stories. It was
stories.
great.
Old school stories. Yeah.
Yeah, to hear the stories, you know and so, but this 90-year-old woman, bless her soul, she did this piece, and I'm going to try to find the video of it and repost it or something, because I know they videotaped it and put it on a live on Facebook, but I'm gonna see if I can excerpt one piece, because it was so, and she was so cute. She walked up with a little walker, and she talked, and she did, and it's like in the piece, I had to. She's coming up to me telling me, because I was the feature. She's coming up to me telling me how much she loved my stuff, and I'm like, no, forget about me. That piece you read, that was, oh my
That was
god,
fire.
I loved it.
Oh,
That
that's
was fine.
awesome.
Like that was, it was worth coming here for that, not me. It was
But
worth coming here for that.
what's
So
so great too about that story too is just the idea that even though we're like, and you're not quite in your 60s now, but I definitely am already in there and enjoying the 60s. That yeah, there is hope and creativity. Um, Let me show you what I was doing this weekend. I'm trying to teach myself how to crochet. So even though it looks a hot mess, but I've always wanted to learn how to crochet. And you know
I have
what?
so many jokes. I have so many jokes about what that could be, but I'm going to leave it alone. Go ahead.
You know what? You ain't right. Ain't nothing about you right. But and again, am I going to become this? You know what? You need to shut all your mouth up. I Here I am trying to stretch my creativity, and you gonna laugh.
No, it's
That ain't
no,
funny. That's
it's
not even
look.
a brotherly
Okay.
support, you know.
I'm,
And
I'm very
but
supportive. I'm
hey,
very
if
supportive.
it's something I'm just trying to like practice, because I think when I was younger, like in middle school, we actually did crochet and I did projects and stuff, and I've forgotten everything. So you know what? For two
You should.
dollars
You
and
should.
fifty cents, I can practice because I got like
You
12
could
of these
practice. You could do
crochet
like Aunt
needles
Barbara used to do.
and some yarn from like the Dollar Tree just to practice
You could
and play
practice and do
with.
like Aunt Barbara used to do, because Aunt Barbara, remember, she used to make us.
Oh, she
She used
made
to
a lot
crochet
of
us different.
stuff.
She used to crochet us blankets and scarves and everything else.
Blankets
I
and
still have one
scarves
of her
and
blankets.
hats
Yeah,
and
and
I
hats and everything. Yeah.
I think I had a bag that she crocheted for me that was, oh yeah, she could crochet the heck out of
She's,
anything. But you just
she's
mocked
on
my
Christmas time.
crocheting, so
No, we saw on Christmas time, meat on face, like, hey, it's Chris. Oh, here come Aunt Kathy with some more hats and scarves that she crocheted and blankets. Oh, yeah, no, I said keep crocheting. I said do it. Make yourself a big blanket. Can you make me a big blanket with a K on it? A K, KP on it. A big blanket, KP.
big KP blanket. Well, maybe, hey, if I keep practicing at it, maybe by the time we hit December, I could make an actual blanket. Um, if I'm going to
Yeah,
practice doing these
a
crochet
pop culture chick
squares,
blanket.
and then just hone my craft. I don't know. It's
It
just
looks more like a
something fun
rectangle.
because you got to have hobbies. And as I get ready to retire, I need hobbies. So I have this book that I'm reading right now. It's called Stamped from the Beginning, but I was reading it at night. But it's just pissing me off and making me mad because it is kind of the definitive history of racist ideas in America. So I'm just saying, it might not be the best for my nighttime reading.
Yeah, no,
It's
that'll piss you off.
pissing me off and keeping me up. So I
Yeah,
gotta find
you down south too. You gonna read that book? You gonna wake up in the morning and walk out the door and just start smacking white people? Don't read that book. Hey, Mrs. Walker, get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. I was having many issues, so I probably shouldn't be reading that book. I was getting bogged down by the microaggressions, so I was just, oh yeah, last week was not a good week for me.
Yeah.
It
So
was hitting the
next
fan,
week,
is all I'm saying. Next week,
I'm off. I'm taking the day off tomorrow, so I will be able to concentrate on what we're going to talk about next week. Even though
all
I
right.
do not know right now, I do have some ideas, but we will let you know by Monday or Tuesday.
And I'm
on
going
what
to
we're
try to get on my thumbnail nail
about
game a little
next
earlier.
week.
But I will say I am doing testing this week, so my brain is going to be
Okay,
be
well,
mush.
that's all right. That's all right. We'll
Yeah,
make it through. We'll make it work. We'll make it
all
do
right.
it. Listen,
We'll
thank
make it
you
do what
so
it do.
much. We'll make it do what it do. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it well done. Um, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate. Please hit that like button. Please tell your friends about us. We really appreciate
Subscribe.
you coming and hanging out with us. Subscribe, please. We really enjoy you coming and hanging out with us. So please visit us next week at 6:00, and we will see you then. Until then, please take care of yourself, and God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Wish you peace, love, and pop culture. Bye, y'all.
Kathy and Kenny here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew, tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny.